Did we talk about how I went to the Sparks game?
Tell me about the Sparks game.
Briefly, what inspired it? How you feel about the WNBA, the conversation around it, women's sports in general?
I don't know that much, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like it's cool to see this surgence in the WNBA because I feel like it is also mirroring the surgence that we see in like women's rap too. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's parallels there. You see kind of like Lotto going to the games. You see like big names and all that. I personally went because I got invited and I was like, I've never done this before. And I would just like to go see what's going on. Like, it's a moment right now.
As a not big like basketball, like NBA or WNBA fan, which one do you see yourself becoming a bigger fan of first?
That's hard because I like the sport of basketball. Like, I like watching games. Yeah. I just don't care about players. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I do kind of care about WNBA.
I think they're going to get him.
I'm not gonna lie. WNBA.
I think this is the target audience.
The NBA, it's going to take so much work and like dedication for you to know more about like the average man just because these people have been obsessed with this for so many years. But if you spend one day researching the WNBA, you're already in the top 1%.
You're nasty for that.
No, it's true.
It's real.
It's definitely not true.
No, it is true.
He's
because
not in the 1%.
If not 1%, but like not a lot of people like follow.
No. And I think it's important to call this out because it's incredible that it's getting this coverage now and it's blowing up. Mm-hmm. But part of the problem with the narrative is now we have 100 million people talking about it that don't know. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. Smith got called out on air. Yeah. And I think that was great. Yeah. You haven't been covering WNBA. We've watched you for years.
I think
so now you're going to, you know what I mean? We need to acknowledge that these people that are suddenly experts, I'm not talking about you.
No.
I know you know your women, but people are trying to pretend like they've been WNBA fans. And I'm like, no, you weren't.
I think that it was important for, oh my God, her last name is McNutt. The girl who called him out, by the way. I forget. Monica McNutt is her name.
Yeah.
She called out Stephen A. because Stephen A. was, like you said, acting like a fan. And she's like, to be honest, like the W been here for years, Stephen A. We've been having games on ESPN. If you wanted to talk about this 3 years ago, you could have been did that. All this shit you see with Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum did that when she took over the scoring record. You know, niggas could have been hype.
Yeah.
I think that's fire to see.
Yeah.
But I think that we have to acknowledge a little bit of the not toxicity, but like that. It's a way they're being marketed now that I think is making it more accessible to people. Like, I feel like they're a little bit more focused on other things outside of just playing basketball and being the best hooper, and that's why I think they're going to bring in more fans now than they were in the past. You know?
Bro. It's like why do we watch the NBA? Real life, like some people love hoop. You know what I mean? Some people love high-flying dunks, crazy athleticism. But if you get to the root of it, why the average person is invested in those NBA players, it's because of the drama that's built around it. You know what I mean? People love to know about people and know what matchup's going to hit harder, where to be interested in. Ooh, this is like a juicy matchup. You know what I mean? And this is the first time that the WNBA has had real drama and a real cast of characters.
There's stakes.
That we know. You know what I mean? Like Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Like that's like been something that we've seen the last couple of years. Like, of course, people are going to tune in and watch that. We have real characters.
It is funny, though, how all of them are just like, all the characters are like kind of mid and like not like real life like good.
Yeah.
But and not to say that they won't be. I think Cameron Brink is having one of the craziest like rookie seasons ever. Like just defensive, offensive, doing all the crazy shit. Dope. Everyone else though, and Caitlin's getting her stride.
Yeah, I mean,
finding her little bag and shit.
She's what, like 14 points a game?
You know,
8 rebounds.
She just dropped 30 the other day.
Yeah.
But I think it's dope that like in the heat of all this, everyone's talking about it. It's like she didn't even make the Team USA roster.
Yeah.
And people were like over here mad about it and shit. And then Caitlin spoke out on it today. And she's like, you know, this is something to work for. Like, this is the most competitive team in the world.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't expect this to just be given to me. There's people who have really put in the time and effort to get here.
I think she's handling this so well.
I think there's things could be doing better.
What could she be doing better?
I think that early on in the season, you know, a lot of the hate for her teammates was pretty bad, especially Aaliyah Boston, who was the number 1 pick last year. I think a lot of fans saw her making Aaliyah struggled at the beginning of the season, was missing a lot of layups. It was, you know, she wasn't finding her groove. And the things that people were saying about her online and the names they were calling her were obscene. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just very, very offensive. And I feel like Caitlin never really like spoke up and said anything like, hey, yo, let's not do this. And I think that there is something also on her teammates too, that like I think her teammates aren't speaking up for her enough. Or like when she gets pushed on the court, like you should be seeing her teammates running up to her and picking her up. I don't always see all that energy. So like I think that they're still like getting to know each other.
I disagree with both those things. I don't think that Caitlyn should have said anything about troll ass comments on Instagram because she's been getting them too for X amount of years. I think you block that out. As a team, I think we're not focused on social. I'm a good teammate to you. I'm not going to go on media day and call attention. I didn't know this woman was getting dragged online. You know, like I don't think there was any need for her to bring more attention to what people are commenting online. I think you just be a good teammate and you're there for her in person and in the game. But also, I don't think her teammates should have been running to fucking pick her up. I think she's getting pressed hard because she's the most hyped rookie in maybe the history of the sport. And she's getting what probably like the LeBron treatment that LeBron got when he was a rookie.
When you're on a basketball court
Yeah.
or in any sporting environment where it's a team game,
Yeah.
not an individual game.
Yeah.
If you come at someone on the court, that's my brother, sister, whatever, I'm coming to support you quick. Like we're not going for that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't get to just push and bully this person just because you don't like them or you feel a way about who they are.
I also just don't really think she's been getting pushed and bullied from the clips I've seen. There was the one shoulder, but it doesn't look like it's been anything malicious or offensive to me.
It's not malicious at all.
Then why do you need people getting in other girls' face to defend you?
Because you need to let them know you're not about to do this to our star player. This is the best player on our team.
That's fair.
This is our point guard. This is our rookie. This is the one. We all know that. We know that if she's happy and playing good, we're all going to play good because she's a key part of this team.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that these other people know that we not going for any of this just like overly aggressive shit, which is,
That's
I
fair.
don't think it's
That's
bad.
fair.
You know what I mean? You could do it on whatever court. On the comments thing, you're right in the sense that you should block it out. I just think in reality, that's not something we could do. I think we all even try to do that. You know what I mean? When we get negative comments on shit, but like when it's even like you get 100 comments on a post, which isn't anything crazy. You know what I mean? If 50 of them are talking negative about one girl, you know what I mean? Like she probably sees some of that. You know what I mean? It just feels good. I feel like to kind of back up your people.
It
in
does,
a public
but
forum.
like what's like think about like when Osei was getting called like the super Drake Schmeat rider on the diss. You know, and like most of the comments were like, yo, like get his meat out of your mouth. Like they were coming at you, you know? It's not like we sent him texts like, yo, bro, like, you know, it's all good. Like we know that you didn't mean it or these people are crazy. Or we didn't get online and say, you know, hey, back off Osei. He's actually a big Kendrick fan too. We kept it pushing, bro.
They wasn't saying nothing problematic to him.
You're right.
They was just calling him a Drake meat rider.
But I still think
which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's different.
Am I even that big of a? I like Drake, but am I that big of a?
You
Drake?
looked crazy in those videos.
Anyway, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was fun. Honestly, I thought Cameron Brink was the best player on the court. I don't even know if that. I mean, maybe that's meat writing too. But
that's accurate. No, that's
I was
accurate.
like, yeah, no, like especially toward the end, bro, when they were all gassed, she was still putting up shots.
Yeah.
The Jimmy Butler moment was funny. I knew that was gonna go viral, but so to see like the picture happen and the little video too, because she had done an interview where she had praised Jimmy Butler, so it was cool to see that moment.
It wasn't. She was going Jimmy. It was an interview with Cameron Brink, and it was like Jimmy Butler over like half the NBA, and she's like Jimmy over like Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? I don't know the context of what they were ranking over.
Yeah,
I didn't see the whole video. I just saw that she was saying Jimmy Butler over all these players. It is funny that nigga got on a flight the next day and said, "I'm gonna be front and center at this game."
Yeah,
You think?
No.
Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad.